Are you looking for the best 10-inch miter saws in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best 10-inch miter saws that are available on the market. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below, and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At the first position of our list we have the Bosch CM10GD compact miter saw. This Bosch CM10GD is our top pick as it did everything as a miter saw is supposed to be reliable and efficient. The angles were spot on for everything we cut. It was ready to be used right out of the box and didn't require much calibration on our end. Even after we used it for a few hours, it still cut straight and accurately. It went through our material quite easily as well and produced surprisingly smooth cuts. We appreciate the strength of this saw's motor, which is 15 amp. It was strong enough to get through everything we threw at it. After hours of use, the motor is still going strong. We expect that this is a saw you can plan to use for years to come. It also allows for angles past 45 degrees in either direction, which is a hard feature to find. We found this enormously helpful for some of our cuts. There are a few things we don't like about this saw, though. It does not come with a laser pointer, which we like having as a quick reference. You can purchase a third-party laser pointer, but that requires spending more money. This saw is also way heavier than the others we reviewed. It is not portable in the slightest. You will need to have a dedicated space for this machine. Moving on to the next at number 2 with the Dewalt DW713. This Dewalt saw is light and portable. It weighs only 35 pounds and even comes with a built-in carrying handle for transportation. We found that this saw is easily transported by one person. We could move it around the job site easily and even load it into the back of our truck. If you need a saw that can be transported, it is hard to beat this one. We love that this saw is accurate right out of the box. We tested accuracy right out of the box and found that this saw was spot on. It didn't require any calibration on our end. We also appreciate that the dust collector does its job very well. Most saws have dust collectors, but the large majority of them do not do a very good job. We were very surprised when we found that this one did remove quite a bit of the dust we produced while working. The main issue we have with this saw is that it appears to have far more regular defects than other models. It is not very uncommon for customers to receive saws with knobs broken off, blade change systems malfunctioning, and warped blade guards. Sadly, Dewalt's customer service isn't the best and it is often difficult to rectify these problems. While we didn't have to deal with these difficulties ourselves, you very easily could. Because of this issue, we had to bump this saw down to the second place. It is a great machine when it comes properly put together. But, you should not have to wager on whether or not something you purchase is going to be put together properly when you receive it. The number 3rd position we have the Evolution Power Tools RAGE3. This wasn't the best saw out there we reviewed, but it also wasn't the worst. There were quite a few things we liked about it. We love that it can cut through nearly any material you throw at it with the included blade. It can get through wood, metal, aluminum, and even tile. While most other saws can do this, they usually require that you purchase another, high-quality blade first. This one does not, which can save you quite a bit of money. It also sparks minimally and produces less heat than other miter saws we looked at. This improved the overall safety of the saw and also improved the finish on our material. The RPM and gear reduction are spot on for cutting metal. If you work with metal regularly, you can't beat this saw. However, there were also quite a few things we didn't like with this saw. The blade comes with is decent and surprisingly multi-purpose. But, it is not as good as some specialized blades are. Depending on your project and how much you use this saw, you might want to consider purchasing a different blade. We also found that this saw is not as durable as other options. Pieces tend to break easier and wear down faster. It is not a saw that is designed for heavy use. Overall, this saw is a jack of all trades but a master of none. It can do just a little bit of everything but is best left to more mundane, easier jobs. It's a good saw, but not a great one. Next at number 4 we have the Chicago Electric 10-inch sliding compound. We really wanted to love this saw. It is quite popular and we have heard many good things about it. However, as we began unboxing it, our hopes were quickly crushed. This saw is cheaply made, and it shows. Nearly the whole thing is made of plastic. We were skeptical about how long this saw would last, and our fears were quickly realized. Within the first hour of using this saw, things started breaking. First, the blade guard does not work at all. It will not lower when the blade does and appears to be defective. This is a safety problem that made using this saw very uncomfortable. Then, the tighteners broke off. To make matters worse, there are no replacement parts available for this saw. We had no way of fixing it. At this point, we stopped using the saw due to safety and practicality problems. And finally, at number 5th position we have the Hitachi C10FCG. This saw was a great value for the price. It is significantly cheaper than most of the other options, yet it performed nearly as well. It is not fancy, nor does it have many of the features more expensive saws do. Still, it does its job quite well, and we highly recommend it. We love that this saw was well put together even though it is less expensive. The construction felt sturdy and well made. There was little to no vibrations while we were cutting. While this saw is cheap, it definitely doesn't feel that way. It also includes quite a few add-ons that we appreciate, such as a material cage extender, clamp, and base stabilizer bar. For the price point, having these extra features was really surprising. Of course, the low price point also means that this saw has quite a few cons. The laser is very dim and not usable if you're working on a bright space. We were excited that this saw came with a laser at all, and was quickly disappointed when we realized it doesn't actually work well. The dust collector also doesn't work nearly as well as some other models. It only collects about half the dust produced. We still consider it as best for dollar value. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.